So next, we'll start with the chapter 1. Chapter 1, Introduction. So in introduction, we are going to see what is Six Sigma, data-driven processes and decisions, defining Six Sigma, common Six Sigma principles, challenges of Six Sigma. Now let us see what is Six Sigma. Six Sigma is a data-driven methodology in any production system to measure the process or product variation and achieve maximum yield, which leads to produce only 3.4 defect per million. So what Six Sigma is telling is it is a data driven methodology. So based on the data we are going to take decision. Therefore it is a data driven methodology in any production system. So what do you mean by production system? It can be a product, it can be an operation, it can be a process that can produce some goods that are required for the human beings. Example. So that is why they are telling Six Sigma is the data-driven methodology in any production system to measure the process or product variation. So there are two things here: process or product variation. So what is process or product variation? A process means what you say, it can be a inputs. You can say inputs, correct? What are inputs? It can be machine parameters, process input parameters, load, something like that. So they are called process variations. So when you want to measure the process variation, that means the parameters of the machine and other things. Then product variation. So what is a product variation? Product variation is nothing but the characteristics of the product. What are the characteristics of the product? It can be the dimension, it can be the strength, or it can be the load, or it can be the shape, it can be the internal properties of the product based on the customer requirement. Therefore it is to measure the process or product variation and achieve maximum yield. What is maximum yield? If you produce 100 parts, you need to at least you need to uh, get the okay parts around 98 percentage yield, something like that. Okay, in the same way we cannot produce 100 percentage yield because there will be some variation in the process, and the process tend to vary and lead to some scrap. Okay, so therefore we can achieve maximum yield, saturated or maximum yield, and which leads to produce only 3.4 defects per million. So as we reduce the variations of the process as well as the product, what will happen? End we need to achieve maximum yield. What is a maximum yield called? So in Six Sigma they measure in terms of million for ppm, right? So they're telling only 3.4 defect per million. That means for 10 lakhs parts, we need to produce only 3.4 defect. So that is what it's about. So now you got an idea. Now the Six Sigma method ultimately reduces process costs and increases customer satisfaction. Okay, what is reducing process cost? So what we mean by process cost is the cost that is involved to produce a final product, right from the initial department to the final department. So this is a process cost, or it is nothing but our investment to create the final product. Okay, and we are going to reduce it. The operating cost, we can say that process cost, we are going to reduce it. We are going to reduce it and increase customer satisfactions. So once our product and process have less variation, and every time when we produce the same dimension is produced, same characteristics is repeated without any maximum variation, then what happens? customer satisfaction will improve. So by doing continuous improvement on our process and product, what happens, we sustain in the business. Therefore, Six Sigma methodologies, that is nothing but data driven methodologies, is very very important in any production system for manufacturing any kind of product, or it can be related to service also. Now, example, if one part is a defect from 100 samples and the Six Sigma methodology says in the reality it will produce 6 defects for 100 samples. Now they given an example here. So they have done 100 part samples they checked and they found one part as a defect. This they done sampling. Okay. So what you say by doing that this condition 1% there is a defect. Correct. But in Six Sigma methodologies, what we consider is in the reality, it will not be 1%. In the reality, it will be six percentage. Out of 100, 6 parts will be not okay, or it will have a defect. Okay. See, I'm not talking about defective. We'll come to that later. Just let us keep it. Defect is a defect. It's some dent or some sort of crack or something. It is a defect. Whether a defect is acceptable or not acceptable, that is a different thing. Now in Six Sigma methodologies, they say it will not be 1%, it will be 6%. And it is true because we are doing sampling, no. So they have done many trials and experiments and they analyzed the sampling that we do is just one part. The variation are some percentage what we get in the sampling. The reality it will be 6 times of it. So and that's true. They have proved it also. So, in the same way, sigma is the sample variation. Sigma is the sample variation. You all know what is sigma, right? You all learned in green belt. Sigma is nothing but standard deviation. The deviation that is happening from the process mean from both for both positive side as well as negative side. So, say example, your collected data uses standard deviation is 10 micron. That means from center positive 10 micron it's varying, negative 10 micron it's varying. Okay. So what will happen? Let us see. Sigma is the sample variation. What is sample variation? There will be 100 parts. You checked only 20 or 30 parts, and you are saying sigma is 10 micron. Okay. And 6 sigma is the total variation in the production or process. So what they're telling, this is a sample standard deviation that you have got from the sample data sample by checking for some sample, but this will not be 10 micron for the production or in the reality. This will multiply into 6 times, it will become 6 sigma, it will become 60 micron in the production. And this is true and they have proved it. Therefore we are controlling it for 6 sigma variation. Now we understood why 6 sigma. 6 sigma is the total variation nearby reality in any production or process from the sampling. Okay. So that is about Six Sigma. So in this also we are going to see DMAIC methodology. What is DMAIC methodology? D for define, measure, analyze, improve and control. By using these simple methodologies, we are going to solve a problem or improve a project. Okay. So now you got an idea why Six Sigma. Six Sigma is a total variation in any product or process, and the aim is it is a data driven methodology in any production system, ultimately to reduce the process variation and product variation. What is process variation? It is a parameter of the machine. Example, temperature, pressure, speed, etc. Product characteristic can be a dimension as well and it can be an internal property. So what we mean by reducing process variation is there are parameters you are set well. Say temperature you set in the machine. Okay. And actual temperature will be in reality it will be varying. Sometime 10 degrees, sometime 12 degree, 13 degree. So what they're telling is the variation of the actual parameters should be very, very less. That means your machine is performing consistently. Only if the parameter variation is less, we can predict the output consistency. So always output is an dependent variable, right? Based on our input, output will be there. And when we reduce both the variations and maximum, we will achieve 3.45 per million, and this is the goal of Six Sigma. Okay, and next we'll see what is data driven process and decisions.